For the purpose of this video today, we'll be here in this communication tab. Because we are talking about adding, deleting, and general problems with mobile devices, we'll be in this mobile devices menu. This menu is found in many different places in our iDrive system. I just like to go into communication because it's the easiest. Problem that we run into often is that Apple CarPlay is not showing up for some of our guests, even though it is a standard feature on our newer vehicles. If that's the case for you, select the settings button here and make sure that it is checked. Most often we find that this box has not been checked for whatever reason. If so, it'll look like this. So all you have to do is select it and go on. If your Apple CarPlay keeps dropping or taking a long time to connect, or you don't see it when you come in and try to switch between connection modes even though it was there before, or you're just not seeing it at all, you'll have to go through the process of deleting and reconnecting. And it's the same as the initial connection. You just have to delete your phone from the car and the car from the phone. From there, if it's still not showing up and you're still having issues, one thing that you can try is to come down to your apps menu, and on your center console here you have this option button. You want to push that, and up on your screen you'll see the option to update apps and services. You'll want to select that, and it'll take a second to transfer everything. Once it's done, you'll see this. You can hit close and then go back into your communication menu, back into mobile devices, and try connecting again. If you still don't see it from there, you are welcome to call our BMW Genius hotline, and they will do their best to walk you through it. Sometimes it takes a couple tries to get it working. If you have Apple CarPlay but your phone or the car defaulted to the iDrive system, all you do is select your device, select your connection mode, select Apple CarPlay. Here it'll say when using Apple CarPlay, selected vehicle data will be sent to your device. We're going to confirm. There were a number of changes made to the Apple CarPlay system with the iOS 13 update. I do have a full video about that if you have more questions about that specifically. Otherwise, another question that we get frequently is that my favorites aren't showing up, my contacts aren't showing up, my contacts are different than what I think they should look like, there are more contacts or less or whatever. Apple CarPlay does not make any changes to anyone in your contacts lists or your favorites or anything like that. So Apple CarPlay doesn't have the ability to make any changes to your contacts or your favorites or who's in there, who's not in there, anything like that. So if you're seeing any issues, we would recommend deleting and reconnecting, or maybe making sure that the contacts in your phone are the way that you would prefer them to be, because you can't make any changes from the vehicle won't make any changes for you. Another question that we get is that third-party apps aren't showing up. These are changed or updated or taken away by either Apple or the third-party app itself. For example, when Apple CarPlay was first debuted, you used to be able to see Facebook and read your emails. They quickly learned that that was not a good idea. So Waze is also a new addition with this most recent update. So over time, as different contracts and permissions change, or as demand changes, you might see these update. There are apps available that I don't have on my phone, like the MLB at Bat or NPR or Golf or anything like that. There's a full list available on the Apple website of compatible apps. Another thing to remember with Apple in general, and especially with your third-party apps, is that they do offer their own updates independently from the updates within your vehicle. So if you're having any issues, our best recommendation is to first restart your phone. If you're still having issues, check and make sure that your phone is completely up to date, or any of the apps that you're experiencing issues with are completely up to date. From there, if you're still having issues with Apple CarPlay dropping, we would recommend logging into our Connect to Drive portal and making sure that your subscription is active. One way we recommend checking that your subscription is active is to come into Apps, select BMW Store, and at least with your iPhone, you can just hover your phone over it and you'll see a pop-up appear there at the top. That's a link that will take you to the iDrive connected portal and allow you to make any necessary changes from there.